Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to TBB TV channel number 2. This channel is specifically dedicated to VODs, the full hour to 2 hour length podcast streams that we do every single Tuesday. If you want to see our main content, go check it out on the main TBB TV channel. It's where we do vlogs, video games, other stuff, highlights, all that interesting stuff. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a good day. Peace. All right, what's up, dudes?
Yep.
Welcome to TBB TV. This is our interactive podcast where we talk about games, content creation, and informative topics. This week's episode is about content creation, more specifically a content creator and businessman, Brian, aka Tweetythis. Go ahead and say what's up.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you?
Before we get
Thank you
started,
for having me on.
I really like to just thank Tweety from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of all of our hearts for all the support he shows us. It's really encouraging to have the support from someone that really cares about us, not just someone there for
real, bro.
other reasons.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, no, for real.
Means a lot, man.
You the shit, Tweety.
But why don't
I've
you
said
go
this
ahead
before.
and why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Brian, and as Mr. Berger said, I used to own a land center back in the day. I guess I was an entrepreneur at heart, and I gotta thank a lot with my business partner, because my business partner and I we collaborate a lot, and it's good to have a business partner to keep you on the same track. So that's how I am. And basically, I wasn't from Rhode Island. I moved to Florida probably, I don't know, 19 years ago. So, oh no, not 19 years ago. 10 years ago, actually.
I thought you were in
So, yeah.
Big
California.
jump.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
I thought you were in California.
Oh, no. I'm from Rhode Island.
Oh,
Yeah, Rhode
okay.
Island.
So you're in
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah.
Are you, the real question is, are you a Patriots fan?
Oh, absolutely. You know I am.
Oh,
let's go.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Aaron's like, yeah, I don't watch football.
Yeah. go those guys.
All right.
Or
So,
whatever.
so you mentioned land center. Why don't you go ahead and explain what that is? Because I know that Caretaker and Easy don't know what that is. I know I do.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I mean, I feel like I know what it
I
is.
know, I feel like it's like has something
but-
to do with like area networks or some type of.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like a-
No, it's basically a group of people with computers or just getting together and playing a game either together or not together, like World of Warcraft or just first-person shooters like Modern Warfare or any COD stuff like that. So that's
okay.
what it is. So people can game or get tournaments going. That was pretty fun. Tournaments. I never heard of a LAN center up until like when I was actually in Rhode Island. I'm gonna throw some names here. Bob Ritchie, he got me into computers and stuff like that. And he started the first LAN center actually in Rhode Island. No one knew what that was.
Yeah.
They barely used a computer back in the day. And that got me very interested in doing something like that when I moved to Florida. Yeah.
So how did you go about starting that up? Like just
Well,
from like a basic someone that doesn't know anything about
basic,
business.
basic. Okay. Well, you need a business plan, and then obviously the banks are not going to give you any money because business plan is not going to give you anything.
Right.
It doesn't matter a small business. You have to have at least a couple of years with this same business or whatever business that you're in. So the banks would even look at you. I started with an angel investor, and my business partner and I, that's how we got together. We got together actually in Circuit City, which was pretty fun. He was
Wait,
actually my boss.
like working at Circuit City?
Well, yeah, because when I first moved from Rhode Island to Florida, I didn't know where I was going to go, where I was going to live, but I knew I needed some sort of a job, whatever. So I was looking around, see what I was going to, that was going to be my permanent thing. I was just just something just to see what's out there. So the first few months, I was just seeing what I wanted to do, and I already got my A+ certification, so I was tech savvy at the time, and I hopped over to Circuit City, which was close to, because I was living with my parents at the time, and I saw my business partner, soon to be Andrew, there, and he was doing his own thing, computer repair work, when computer repair wasn't established at Circuit City. When Circuit City started seeing where we're making money, they wanted to say, hey, we want to make money too. So now you guys got to stop doing your computer repair because we're going to start our own thing, which is a funny thing, which I'm going to lead on to something with Sub-Zero.
It's like before Geek Squad and stuff too, right?
Geek Squad was around.
Was
it's
it?
just that, Yeah, Geek Scout was around that at that time, but Circuit City wanted to do something called Fire Frog or whatever. But before that, they wanted to get started. We both quit our jobs and said, we're gonna fix computers ourselves. So we just basically inside a car, Andrew was driving and we were
Thanks,
doing
Kebs.
business that way with the magnets on the side, computer repair. It worked. We
Yeah.
got these little signs we put all the way around the West Palm Beach, and we're getting calls and you know so that's how we got started. And then we were thinking, hey, let's do this land center. So I found an angel investor, which was one of my clients, and he put a big thing down. Basically, he's like, okay, here's this money. Andrew and I were going to do all this labor, and my God, it was a tremendous amount of work. And the money on paper doing a land center makes sense. It's like, oh, this is easy. We get licenses for, we didn't know at the time we needed a license up until like later on. It's like, oh, we need licenses for everything. So we started licensing and placed, but we started with like 10 computers, and with one.
Wait, so you supplied? So hold on, I'm sorry. You supplied all the hardware for this place for
Yep.
people to like
Yeah.
come in and
Yeah.
like play
Yes.
tournaments or whatever?
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely,
It was
absolutely.
like a
It
gaming
would-
cafe, bro. Like where you
Exactly.
come in and just play games.
Oh, dude,
we
that's
Yeah.
set everything up. Yeah. So people would come in and like, pay their $20, and it's a whole day. We have food and energy drinks, and all they do is
So
they chat up.
sick.
that
was a
is
community. It was like-
awesome.
I'm showing
dude.
pictures
was-
on the Discord or on the screen right now. But go ahead and keep talking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay,
you?
that's what you're showing now is the second land center that we had.
Oh,
Because
dude. Oh
that-
my
that
God,
was-
bro, that's so sick.
That
Yeah,
was the
that is
second land
wicked
center.
cool, Tweety.
Yeah, we had only one land center. We had to move from one location to another location because the landlord did not want us to be there. We actually brought a lot of people. When we did competitions, our first land center, we literally had like 75 people lined out the door.
Wow.
For competitions, people from Texas, California, New Jersey, New York, they would come to our little land center and play. I don't know if you know T Squared. He's a Halo player for MLG. He would come down to our land center and play all the time.
Dude.
I think we have pictures. Yeah, he would when we were operational. He would go drive down from Boga. He was pretty cool. I met him a few times.
Dude, that's crazy.
This is
yeah, he-
actually sick.
That's so dope, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo,
I
I,
even saw
I,
T Squared like twice,
oh
3
my
times.
gosh,
Oh,
with
wait,
League of
why?
Legends, there's like this just looks like a
That's-
giant
that's
League of
me,
Legends
yeah.
tournament, dude. This is like,
Yeah.
oh man.
No, it would be big. Like Counter-Strike would be like literally our AC would be broken, right? Because it can't contain as many people as there. So we'd have to open up the front door and the back door, and we'd go to like Walmart or something and get fans and blow this air going through it because it would be
Oh,
super
man.
hot.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
amazing. Yeah, and then we were open from like 9 a.m. to like 10 o'clock at night. For $20, you can just go in all day, play all day.
Wow.
And you'd
What?
get a T-shirt. Yeah, and we have a lock-in, which was pretty awesome. People would come in, pay like I think it was like 30 or $50, and we would literally play games the whole night until the next morning. And we would like pay for pizza and Coca-Cola and stuff like that. And yeah, it was great.
That's so cool.
Every
Dude.
3 months we'd get like a different group of people that come in. Like the first group would be just all consoles, right? And then the second group like would be all PCs, and we'd never get the same group at the same time. But doing like the lock-ins, doing the Counter-Strike tournaments and stuff like that. Halo was real big. We'd get people from all over. Obviously, T Squared would bring his partner and would beat everybody, and he'd get, and it's like, it would be crazy. It would be crazy. But a lot of people, enjoy themselves and stuff like that. It's a lot. It's a lot of work and a lot of preparation and a lot of good people too. A lot of people volunteer their time to come in and do a website. Like there's Brad Warren. I got to put his name out. He actually came in. He actually set up our website in MySpace, and he did all the photoshopping. He has a lot of good skills. Max Powers, who I call Max Powers, he's another guy who came in and helped out, and he was a very first employee. And there's a lot of group of people that made it all possible, and it was just a group, like a family, like you guys, like
Yeah.
how you created
Oh
your
my
channel and
gosh.
how how you bring
Dude,
everybody
I
together.
can see why you get
like,
emotional, man.
yeah.
You're making me feel nostalgic.
No, I
Yo,
know it's serious.
I wish I was there for that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's so sick.
It was like a
Oh my
big
God.
family thing. It was one of those things that I miss a lot. And when I was bringing out all this up, it's kind of like really hurt me. And but I was really happy, but it hurt me at the same time as I was looking through these pictures and to give it to Burger there. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, but a lot of hard work. I would remember nights like Andrew and I, we would take turns. We would sleep in the back, and one would be at the cash register doing whatever he's got to do, and then we'd take turns sleeping in the back on the floor, like literally,
What?
hard.
Jeez,
It was
the
Dude,
grind,
That's
bro.
a grind, man.
it was a lot of work, and I had to do that for the first couple of years, for the first year and a half, and then the landlord's like, oh, there's too many people, whatever, and they just want us out, so we
Really?
had to. Yeah, we were the only people that were generating business in that place. There's like one golf store, right? And I've in 2 years I've never seen anyone come in or out of that building, and I was there every single day. Not one person was in there, and he's still around today. Like I pass by and I see the store there. I was like, what is going on there?
dude, it's probably just a front for like the CIA or something, bro.
Right? It's like, oh, these guys are stealing all our bandwidth or something.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, dude.
Get out of here.
Gotta get him out.
Bro, be careful. Watch what you say. Watch what
Yeah,
you
watch
say.
what we say,
Look
man.
We just see Tweety's like background just go black. He's like,
They're onto us. He's onto us.
Oh man, but we had like Team Online, which is garbage. Team Online was garbage. It would go on and off, and there was a lot of downloads, especially when all these games needed to be downloaded all at the same time, updating everything, patching all these games every day, imaging all these things. It was
Crazy,
just
man.
the amount of money and work. It's definitely, you're never gonna see a dime from it. I never seen, when we first started going to this LAN center, I see everybody closing down. I was like, why is everyone closing down? I mean, this is like on paper, it makes a lot of money. What's going on? It doesn't make any sense. And after we closed down, we didn't have enough money to go ahead, and we started generating money at the second year. We started generating money. We had
Mhm.
a couple of employees, and that place that we were wasn't bad. We never got anything stolen or anything from us, and everything was up and but for some reason, these
Shout out to
people
you,
didn't want
Max.
us there anymore,
We're
and
listening
we
to this
moved
story for you
closer to the other
about you.
the people that we had customers in. So we opened up this new LAN center closer to these people, and we started seeing people. When we first opened, it was great. We had line out the door. It was great, and we designed it. Well, Brad, he had his imagination going wild, and he's very creative. And he started, saying, "Oh, we got to do this, we got to do that," and so we designed it to specifications, and it looked really good. Everything looked really awesome.
It
We
looks
had
great.
Yeah, I mean, the first Sub-Zero, we had um, these black light luminescence. So we had a tattoo artist, which was in our plaza, write Sub-Zero with a luminescent type of black
Yo,
light
Max,
thing.
thanks
So
for
we
the
had
follow,
two
man.
switches, one for day, one for night, and we had black lights. So at nighttime, we switch it on, and everything would glow.
What?
At the yes,
It's
it
kind of
was
like my
great.
basement.
Yes, it
Dude,
was.
thanks for the follow, by the way, Max. Max, your friend's in here, by the way, right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's Max Powers. Yeah, he's my guy. He's been with us for almost day one. Actually, he was our very first employee from.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he rages though. Oh, when he gets mad, you better step away.
Yo, we have a few friends that go like ham,
Uh,
dude, when they get angry in games. They just get
but
so angry, and we're like, ah,
Connor.
he's the thing is he's
Yeah.
very passionate about these games. He's very passionate about community. That's why we hired him right from the start, because he had that passion, and it's hard to find people like that, that has passion on what they do. And he was really good with the people, and he was really good. But
dude, I'll tell you, I wish I would have worked for you, man.
it was
Dude,
a
that would've
very
been
fun
sick.
it was a very fun experience. We met a lot of good clients there as well. It was good networking, and it was I really miss everybody. And I took the guys to MLG, Major League Gaming in New York,
What?
to play Halo. I think I sent
Dude.
you a
We were,
picture of
we were
that.
talking about going to TwitchCon this year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's do this. Let's.
Dude,
You
yo,
know,
if you show up at
I'm
TwitchCon, Tweety, let's do it.
yeah, I'm all for that. That'll be fun.
Hell yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll get
That'll
in
be
on
fun.
TwitchCon,
So you
dude.
mentioned, I mean,
Black lights.
we didn't really talk about it much, but you
Oh,
mentioned kind of missing it. So do you want to maybe explain a little bit why it kind of went under?
Before he does that,
Yes.
can you talk about the black lights? I was talking about
Yes.
like that was sick, and I was really interested in that, and I interrupted him with a follow.
Oh no. It's okay. The black light. Well, we had two lights on Sub-Zero number one. We had daylight and then nighttime. The nighttime we put the black lights already there, so we just switch it on and everything will glow a luminescence with the black light.
Right.
And that was something else. When we first turned that on, we were like, Andrew and I, we were outside looking at it, and we were like, doing flips because we were so super excited. It looks like a spaceship. No one was in there at first, it was like, oh my god, this looks such a beautiful thing, But
That's awesome.
the floors, we ripped up the floors and we painted the floors, and never do this because it will always rip up and it's always going to be demolished. We did the same thing on Sub-Zero number two. We painted the floors and everything within like a day or two. It'll
What's
rip
going on, guys?
up.
Welcome.
So we even did it correctly too
Okay.
and everything, and it didn't work out very well.
Jeez.
As I think Berger was saying that, why did it go under? Okay. As I mentioned that we started making money the second year, not a lot, like
Right.
it's like you're looking
Right.
at like $1,000 per person or something, something, almost nothing. But we started seeing that accumulation. The second year, we had to put a loan on the second one. It would cost the same amount of money because these old computers need to be upgraded, and we needed to buy LCD monitors, the LED monitors. We need to buy more TVs for the consoles. We need to buy games. We need to and people would have their headsets and they will twirl around the chair and they forget that it's connected. It'll rip the thing off, and we
Man.
need headsets. Big people that would, we had little, big people that would sit on these quality chairs. They're about $120 a piece. They'll snap, and
Oh.
we were spending so much money, and that's one of the reasons why it went under. Not only that, it's just the economy. I think the economy played a lot. The house market started to drop, and no one had any money to play games, so it was, and they were like, I'd rather, keep the $20 or $30 or whatever, and
Right.
not come in. So we still had the regulars, but it wasn't enough to keep us open, unfortunately, and that was one of the things that really hurt me the most because seeing that community go, it was so heartbreaking,
Yeah.
and it was
For
like a
sure.
big giant family. It ripped us apart, and we still keep in contact, like Max and Brad and Chase. I see my guys, but it was so cool. I like, for the longest time I never knew anyone's name. I only knew them by the handle, and that's what we call each other. I knew
What?
yeah, no one knew who Brian. Who's Brian? It's the running man. That's the running man right there. Because that was
That's
my
awesome.
handle, and that's what we always talked
Tweety.
about, our handle. Our names wasn't even mentioned.
That's
And then
hilarious, actually.
trying to get to know their real names, it was like, really, that's your name? Oh, that's cool. Okay. But every time I see him, it's like, oh, what? What was actually, his name is actually Chase. Brad, I called him Z, but it's actually Zai, but his name is Brad. Max Powers is Chris. So, I tried to, put the name to the face kind of situation. But yeah, we were like that. That's how we were, and that kind of hurt, bringing up that thing. But it
Right.
was, it made me feel like, we did something. Like I remember,
It's a great
people were
experience,
leave
man.
happy
For sure.
and would feel something
Like,
when they left.
Just listening to you talk about it, like you definitely got like some good memories out of that for sure. We were talking about that in your
really
stream
good
earlier.
memories. Yeah, it was a really good, a real good time. My business partner and I, we really pushed hard. Andrew, who was my business partner, he was like a big rock for everybody. Right when I started to say, oh, this is not gonna work, and he's like, yeah, it's gonna work. And vice versa, we help each other out, and our business relationship is by far, and he's like my best friend. He's
Right.
like one of my brothers, really. Yeah.
I feel like
And
we and I know me and Mike talk about this stuff a lot. I feel like we can kind of relate to that a little bit. Like as
Yeah.
far as like the success and the growth and like the future of it. That would be unfortunate to see this kind of fall apart.
No,
Yeah.
no,
I have a one more question. What do you think you would have done differently? Like now that they say hindsight's 2020. What do you think you would have done differently if you could go back?
that is very hard. What would I done differently? I think what happened at Sub-Zero made who my business partner and I are today. I think if it didn't happen the way it happened, I don't think I would be here right now talking to you guys. I think everything happens for a reason. I can't say I'm gonna do this different because it will change me who I am. So I really don't regret anything. I really wouldn't change a thing.
That's a good
Fair.
answer.
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
For sure.
All right, I guess we can
I
move
think
on to
about that.
something a little bit different because I don't want to get you in your feelings, man.
Yeah.
I think about that actually a lot too. Is like if you were to do just one thing differently in your life, like butterfly effect wise, like how crazy different your life would be.
Oh yeah.
Like even just like grabbing like a cup of coffee at like a different time than you would have, like how different like from a week from now like your life would have been if you would have just like missed an opportunity or like because you were at some place at a different time or something like that.
You never know, man.
We talked about that
Yeah, you
last
never
week,
know.
Mike,
I did. Dude,
with the league thing.
Yeah, dude. The string. I keep fucking hitting my mic. The string of fucking theories is just like
That's
fucking
crazy.
unreal. You
Alright.
get lost in it.
So let's move. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was gonna change topics here, but
Go ahead.
so you said that like Eric got you back into streaming and you only started like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. How's that like been for you so far?
Oh, I'm liking it. I love it. You know, it brought me back into gaming. It brought me back into feeling like myself. Like, you know, it's
For sure.
you know, sometimes you lose yourself and it takes like one guy who can inspire you. And I think Burger, he actually did that for me, and I like to thank you.
Brought you out of the freaking dark, man.
Yeah, because
Appreciate that, man. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, because the thing is that when I see like you guys, I see Sub-Zero all over again, you know, but stronger because you know you guys are talking and bringing something to the table
Social
and
media.
something very entertaining. And for me to keep my, you know, because I'm like OCD, I gotta keep my mind straight. But you guys are focused. You guys, you know, are professional. You know, you know, Burger, you're amazing. You know, putting all
Yeah,
this,
dude.
you know,
Eric
all this
fucking
together.
murders the game, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Put a clap on the
Yeah,
back
exactly.
for
real.
Eric right there on the
Yeah.
wall.
Dude.
Yeah, definitely.
He's an animal. He definitely is.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, guys.
Hmm.
But
Go ahead.
Max said something in the chat too. I want to tweet it to, I don't know if you saw, but he goes, "We realized too late that we had to generate money outside of simply inviting our clients into the clubhouse. We should have been making content and been a bigger presence, just online presence, just to start."
I think that's also true. I think in hindsight that, yeah, I think that's true. Like we tried different angles, but money was like YouTube wasn't as big as it is now. Like Twitch
Right.
community and all these communities were just in its infancy, not
Infancy.
even started yet.
Yeah, you didn't have as many like mediums.
Yeah, like we had MySpace, you know, and we
Right.
started getting to Facebook, you know, so we didn't have that presence. Now that we have all this stuff, is it possible that we can create another Sub-Zero? You know, but I know that I grown out of that phase, and I wouldn't do that myself anymore. Maybe someone will in the future.
It's interesting.
But
It's
yeah.
such a great idea. It's such like a awesome,
Before
not even just like even like a great idea for like business. Like it might not make the most amount of money out of any business, but it just sounds like it would just be like
I mean,
the
dude,
best. So much fun.
I mean, how many
Yeah.
how many of there are like how many of them are there? Like
I
you
wouldn't
know,
like honestly
because,
like when
like,
he's
in
when he
Korea,
explained that,
there's
dude.
so many of them. Like I feel like
Yeah.
they're just not. I feel like they're just not as popular around here. Like I don't know. I've never seen one ever.
If I could if I had like had a theory on that, I think it might be because like America's more like, I don't know if they're more consumer based or
everything's
something like that. So a
online
lot of
now.
more people.
Everything's online.
Well, right. I think a lot of people in America like have their own consoles like just
Yeah.
really young. So
Mm.
it's
Fair.
but I don't know. I don't know if maybe in like city areas it would like work like very, very well. Like,
I mean, yeah, because
like
as far as
downtown
I'm
LA or
concerned,
something like that, or like Chicago.
right. I feel like
Mm.
now is like a better like what time is better than right now? You know what I mean?
What do you think, Tweety?
Let's
How's
see.
the market for it?
The market, not yet. I don't think it has it yet. I mean, I think maybe in the next couple of years, maybe, because I know this millionaire that started this before we did, and he was outside the mall, which is perfect. And so when the mall closes, it doesn't matter. People can still go in there, and he's a millionaire. And it was actually $1 million. I talked to the owner of the mall, and he said that he spent over $1 million to renovate everything
Wow.
inside there.
Whoa,
Yes,
Jesus.
1 million
Jesus, dude.
bucks, and it only lasted for like a year and
That's
a
a
half.
lot of money.
Like we lasted
Oh,
longer
no.
after. Yeah, I don't know if I think he closed before we did. I'm not too sure. One of the
Whoa.
but
Before-
yeah, I mean, he had a lot of money, and it didn't work out. It's just I don't know. I don't know if it's moving away from that, or maybe he's coming closer because of now Twitch and everything else. Maybe it could be
Right.
something like doing this type of media in or renting a location like that there. Doing like a sorry, I don't want to say podcast, but doing something like we're doing here,
Right.
there, or something like a multimedia streaming land center
before
all together.
sorry to interrupt you, but I really want to
Oh,
get
no.
this out. Before I even met you, because I think I know that these guys know like how kind of far I can think into the future about like where I will kind of want TBB to take a direction, and I thought of something sort of like a land center, but not as a business, but more as just of like a community type of thing, maybe like a once a year, like kind of like a TwitchCon, but like having your own building, and then once a year, or twice a year, or once a month or something, just renting it out so your fans can come, not even to make profit off it, just to hang out with your fans and your followers and to grow your community. That's kind of something
Right.
that I've always thought about.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea.
I want Eric's thinking small time. I want my own
Small
esports
time.
organization.
Oh, well, no, dude, I think that I trust me, I thought of that too. Man.
I want people to walk into the LCS or like the CS:GO World Championships, dude, just donning TBB, dude.
True as fuck. Actually,
That's what I'm talking about.
It'd be
I
so.
would-
I want an
think.
empire, dude.
I would cry real
Yeah, there you
tears.
go.
I want the leader of FaZe to weep tears at my feet.
Wow.
I want him to
don't-
lick my boot, dude.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that, Mike.
Oh god. No.
That might come back to haunt you, man. Don't say that.
Yeah,
I know,
come on.
I'm messing. I don't even know that guy.
That-
What is it? Apex?
I don't know that there's a bunch. There's like a group of owners, I think. Max
I think I
Powers
follow
said.
Apex actually.
Max Powers said the place needs to be more of a production studio than a clubhouse, but you lose the magic of a community. I think with the power of social media, if we had our large enough, just in terms of TBB, if we had a large enough following, I think people would come from all over,
Like,
to come just enjoy like a nice event. Not even if it's revolved around a LAN center, or I don't know. I just think it's a
like
really
a
good
party
idea.
or like
Yeah.
a convention or
Yeah,
something
like a
inside of
convention.
our office or something.
I
Yeah,
mean,
like,
dude, we
it's-
could throw bangers if that's what you're. I don't know what you're trying to do
Turn
here.
up,
If you're
dude.
just trying to throw party,
Oh boy.
It's a delicate dance, mates. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Twitty, you can bring the beer.
actually, I'm actually not old
Kegger.
enough to buy that. So.
Yeah, me and Aaron are still underage.
Okay, all right. Well, we got it. I got it.
So Aaron mentioned a little bit about like how I kind of got you. I don't want to claim responsibility for that, but how you kind of started streaming recently, and you've been growing, man. Like congratulate, like for real, congratulations, you've been growing.
Thank you.
Me and Mike,
Really
me and Mike were watching your stream earlier, and you were killing it, man. For real, I'm not just saying that. Like, you were
Dude, I
killing
was
it.
so I was straight. I wish I had clips of you. I just want a montage of you just going every time you die or something.
What do you play, Tweety?
Oh
I
god.
Call of
play
Duty.
Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3.
That's how
Oh,
that's how kind of Tweety came to be. We met on Modern Warfare 2.
Wait,
Oh,
you met him
really?
on Modern Warfare too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He came into my
Oh,
stream,
man.
started following me. Yeah, that's how we
He
met.
kicked
I
my
think I
ass,
remember
man.
that actually.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, Eric is just slaying first person shooters on my or any type of shooter actually on console.
Really good. Yeah, it's
Console?
really good.
I'm on PC.
No, I mean not
man.
console,
Console.
freaking PC, my bad, dude. I don't even know what I'm talking about, dude. I've lost my
what?
brain.
What are you talking about?
don't speak words
So
at all.
let's get a little bit into like, because you've been growing pretty quick. What's your overall strategy for like trying to grow on Twitch or just
Oh,
in general?
okay. I've been following people who who are has like maybe 4 or 5 views viewing, and I look at them and I'm like, oh, this could be an interesting game. So I go and I see them and I chat with them. I'm like, hey man, this is an interesting game, and I talk to them back and forth, and we become buddies, and I was like, hey, this is a really cool thing. If you like, I'll follow them, and then I'll go to mine, and then I see them on my thing and saying hello to me. I was like, oh, cool. He's, so I make it a point to see everyone who I follow and make it a point that, hey, I'm paying attention to you, and I'm giving you
really-
critiques, critiques to if the audio is good, if the video is good, or something's lagging, or little things, and hey, how you guys doing? How you doing today? I make it a point to say hello to them, and to see, and every I like stories. That's my thing. And when someone tells a story, I'm here. I'm listening. And those are the things that makes me happy. Enjoying a nice conversation. Like one person, he can't really speak too much English, but he tries. And so he talks. He's like a Russian guy, and
That's hilarious.
Oh, your
one's
Russian stream
German guy.
snipers.
And he's those Russian and server guys screen peeked me last time and destroyed me. But yeah, I have so I pick those little communities to talk to them and to see what they like, what they don't like, and I see what they do differently, what I'm doing differently, or so we can kind of like
Feed off each other.
collab a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, to
definitely.
help each other out. It's like, how does this helping you out? So we kind of talk to one another like that.
Really branching
I
out that
think-
network.
Yeah, networking
Just
like that
networking,
and talk.
pretty much. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I actually was doing the same thing, and we ran into each
Mhm.
other. And that guy, I think it was some guy's MW2 stream. You were in there and you were talking with him,
Yeah,
and I was like,
I saw
Tweety,
you.
you're
That's
in here, man.
awesome. Oh my God, that's great. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's what I do. I say hello to everybody, and it was great to see you there. That's
And it's
pretty
not
cool.
like-
He's
it's
a
not-
really
that's-
guy.
There's a lot of
Wait, whoa. You were in a Modern Warfare 2 stream, and then Tweety was also randomly in the Modern Warfare 2 stream.
yeah.
Like
We
you
were
didn't just
both-
say like
we
I'm
were
going to
both
watch this guy.
networking.
No,
And you're like,
no,
oh,
not at
hey,
all.
how's it
He
going?
just-
And you're like,
he
oh, hey, how's
popped-
it going? And we're like, wait, we
Yeah,
know each
so-
other.
Yes,
Bro,
like
that's
that.
So weird.
That's
Yeah.
Well, I
actually
mean,
really
the
wild.
MW2
Yeah.
community on Twitch is like 50 people strong. So
Basically, yes. We all
Wow.
follow each other. We all like our,
I
Yeah.
actually noticed that when Eric was streaming like a shit ton of Fortnite, it would like for the longest time it would just be like me, my phone, and Eric in his stream. Like that was it.
Oh man. Oh man.
Like I was 66% of his viewership, dude. Like
Oh my God.
and so
it's
like
tough,
he went
man.
and
It's tough.
yeah, I'm sorry, dude. It was I know exactly how that feels too, and like streaming League, and like he was playing Modern Warfare 2, and I was like, dude, just stream this for a little bit. Like you could just got like mad people streaming. He was like, yeah, I mean, I've been having like a bunch of fun streaming it too. So he started streaming Modern Warfare 2 for like a while, and he was just instantly jumping in viewership too, which is
I
crazy.
love the game, man. It never gets boring, and I'm pretty
It
good at it.
doesn't.
Pretty good at
Yeah.
it.
Dude, I need to buy it. I
Dude,
think
Yeah.
small
I
I'm
think I
telling you.
seriously need to buy it.
small
Yeah.
time games for like I don't know why people so if you're I just want to say this for anyone who's starting streaming. Like I don't have like a huge pedigree, but I do analyze a lot of streamers and notice a lot of things about Twitch. And if you're starting out streaming, don't for the love of God jump into like one of the top 5 games, even if it's like one of your favorite. Like I don't care if you like unless you are like the top 1% of that game. If you're a casual player and you want to stream, you can stream. Do not I better not catch your ass on like Fortnite or like League of Legends. I swear, the top 3 do not do it to yourself, because you're gonna be sitting at like 0 viewers or 1 viewer. Like it's probably your mom or your sister or something. Somebody begged to come in your stream.
League of Legends, dude.
Yeah, no, it's like you should not be doing that. Like just jump into a smaller game that you enjoy. It has to
I
be a game
know.
you enjoy. Don't just pick like some random
Hearthstone
ass
and
game.
League are perfect games right now, Aaron. Like,
The League is
perfect
really good
games.
because even the thing about League is that you can self-plug yourself in
Yeah.
League, so you can still
Well,
get people to come into your
what I've-
stream. What's different about like Fortnite is like it's impossible to get people to come in. There's no self-promotion in
No,
there.
yeah. If I played random squads the other day, and I got a win with these guys. I'm not gonna
Oh, okay,
brag,
well,
but I
if you
kind
play
of carried
squads with
these. I
people,
kind of
yeah.
carried these guys, and I was like, they saw my name. They're like, "Yo, you're on Twitch?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm streaming right now." All 3 of them came and followed me, and all 3 of them came and subbed to my YouTube. So there's a little bit of
Nice.
self promotion
Good
that
job.
way.
That's
sure.
that's got to be like the only sub. You
It
have
is.
to change
It
your
is the
name,
only way.
and you have to get in and be like, "Yo, what's up? I stream," and like
Come check
right
out
when
the
you're in
stream.
chat.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, this freaking douche."
Yeah, exactly. So I like Tweety, like that's what I like about Tweety, because I can tell the people that are like coming just to mooch off of like me and us. I can tell I know who those people are. I have a good eye for that. And like Tweety comes in and he interacts and he supports and he talks and he adds to the community, and he also gets something from it. Like that's a good relationship. But when people come in and they're
Absolutely.
like, "Yo, come check out my channel," I'm like, "Dude, I'm not gonna look at your stuff."
Oh, or like follow for follow.
Yeah, follow for
Like,
follow, bro.
dude, you
Yeah.
haven't even been here for like 5 minutes, or not even 10 seconds. They come in, they're guns blazing like Scarface, and they're just like, "Oh, follow for follow." I'm just like, "I don't know you. Who are you?
real.
Get out of my stream."
Yeah.
Like that.
But yeah, no, dude, there's nobody who follows us like Tweety. Tweety comes in with like, he's like, "Dude, I got snacks. I got more snacks. Let's go."
He's
You guys
so
are looking for
prepared.
coffee?
Ah, dude, the Dunkin', dude. He's already product placing, Tweety.
Oh my
There you
God.
go. Checks in the mail.
You guys need to pay for that?
Excellent.
Share that?
So I don't know who mentioned it, but we talked about it last week too with Bach. How do you deal like mentally? Because I know that maybe for me, I think I stress more about it maybe than you do, because you just like to have fun. Like, and you might not even be like the best at the game. You just like to play the game and have fun.
Yeah, you can say. You can say.
And it's a fun time.
It's okay.
But how do you deal with, like, because for me, if I see that that fat zero egg on my stream, it hurts. You know what I mean? How do you deal with that when you see nobody's watching you?
Oh, I don't care.
You don't care.
I just do it for-
Okay.
No, I don't care.
All right.
I don't-
There you
I
go.
don't care.
See-
I like playing the game, you know. And if people don't want to watch it, it's fine. I'm just having fun, you know.
See, I care too much.
I feel the same.
Yeah,
way.
it's no.
Honestly,
but-
sorry.
I-
Eric's
go ahead, Tweety.
just carrying the brand, like the huge, like
He's carrying that
7-pound
flag.
backpack.
He's running.
Dude,
It's
it's just like a huge flag just
We're
sitting on
behind
his
you, man.
shoulders.
Don't worry, we're
dude.
behind you. Yeah.
We are.
And
We're
that's
behind
what
you.
Eric thinks about every single time. He's just like, "Oh, it's like, does no one
Dude,
care?"
it's all I
anymore?"
think about is like how I can be better for like all of
You-
us.
you are doing-
for our community, basically, or what community we
You
have.
are
It's been-
doing
It's-
amazing.
It's not even
work.
about
You-
me.
you
It's
really-
it's kind of just trying to lead the charge, so all of us, so like it's easier for everybody else to get started.
we got to keep our
Yeah.
eye on that gigantic party we're throwing. So
Woo!
that's what we think about all the time. We're just like, how can we
Yeah,
get
dude.
that
How
party?
can we
going?
get this many people to come to a party that we want to throw?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know that many people.
Video
I don't have
game.
that many friends, so
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so
we got to get something rolling.
one last. I mean, I guess we don't have to like stop talking about like Twitch, but like, what would be one tip you would give for a beginner? As a beginner
Oh,
yourself, what would be like
oh my
the
God.
most important thing you could tell someone?
Just go like hindsight like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, what would you tell
3
yourself?
weeks ago. I don't know. I do the same thing. I just have fun. I just pick a game that you're going to like, whether people are going to view you or not, you know. And if you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to do this, you know, then you're going to be serious, and people can see right through that. People are going to see that you're not having fun. You're just, because when I see other people stream, people are so serious. They stop viewing what they're doing. Well, you know, you're here not only to say hello to the viewers or whoever, but you're here to enjoy yourself. So
Mhm.
when people see you, you know, having fun and enjoying yourself, and people are going to see that, and they're going to say, "Oh, wow, he's having
yeah.
fun." So
It's contagious.
I was just gonna say
Yeah,
that. That's
and-
something I
and-
struggle with the most. Like I got to work on, because I even said it in my Discord chat. By the way, plug for
you're-
the Discord. Join the Discord. I have a resting bitch face. Like
Mm.
I do. I look pissed all the time. So I know when people come into my stream that I just look pissed, and I'm like, fuck.
You know, you remind me of my business, Andrew. He's like you. He's like all business, you know. He has fun, but he's all business, and I think that's
Something I
why I
gotta work
connect with
on.
you so much, because you're like my business partner, and Andrew, and he's all business, and he keeps me grounded. You know, he keeps me like I'm up in space. He's like, no, I come down. You know.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yep, Eric is definitely that man, indeed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he's Mr. Serious like all the way.
Yeah.
I'm
But you're doing a
working
great
on it.
job,
I'm
man.
working
You
on
really
it, guys. Okay.
are. Doing a great
So
job.
what's going on with your laptop? Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Oh, let's talk about my Alienware laptop. Let's do that. Okay,
Let's
let's do
roast
that.
Alienware for a little bit.
Okay, so I knew this was gonna happen. I just knew it. Okay, so I got this Alienware laptop, right? And it took 30 days for it to come here. It's a
Whoa,
6-core i.
whoa, what?
30
What?
days.
30-day shipping?
30. No, yeah, right. No, they don't ship it. They don't ship it right away. They look at it probably for 30 days and
Do I
or
look neat
29 days
now?
and they ship it. You know, it's
Dude.
a 6-core. It's a 6-core i7 8th generation processor. It's got a 1070 and it has a PCI. It has all this craziness. Okay, so I was happy because I was like, I'm gonna do this streaming thing. I gotta do this right. I gotta get a good laptop. I gotta see what I'm doing because my old laptop.
Wait, are you
I
streaming on a
see blocks.
laptop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something we need to talk about too.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah. Yes. So, oh yeah, no, this webcam I had to buy, okay, because the webcam that comes with this
broken.
laptop is it's horrible. So I had to, talk to Alienware. I know how to fix computers. That's my business. FixMyPCStore.com. Okay, how to plug that in. But that's my store. We fix computers for a living. That's what we do.
That's awesome.
But yes, thank you. So we can fix it, but I'm not since I paid for it. This has got to be warranty. You can't break your warranty. So I contacted Alienware. They're like, oh well, we fixed it. Okay, great. They logged in. I was like, oh yeah, the camera does suck. Oh like great. So it's like, oh just format everything. Just format everything. After I put like 4 hours and a half installing everything, just format everything. Everything will work perfectly. It's just an update. Are you sure? Yes. I formatted everything. It wasn't the update. It still did the same thing. So I was like really upset. It takes me a lot for me to get upset. And reinstalled
tell.
everything.
So
Reinstalled everything and I called them up. I'm like, hey, it's doing the same thing. They logged in. Okay, not a problem. We're going to send you a laptop within 3 days. I was like, wait a minute, you're gonna send me a new laptop in 3 days? The same
They
exact.
meant 90
Oh,
days.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
meant 3
right.
times the original date.
Oh yeah, no, it's still being shipped over to me. So
Oh my god.
they told me I can keep
new
this
one.
laptop, the new one. So they told me the next it's gonna come. So I just have to wait another 3 days, but it was actually 30 days. And when it comes in, I'll ship this one out. And not only that, the webcam sucked. That the Ethernet that's inside there is horrible. This is actually Wi-Fi right now, even though my box is like right there, right behind me, and I Ethernet connected it. No, I was getting like 10 down and 0.8 up on
Did you try like
Ethernet.
switching? I know you know a lot about hardware, but did you switch
Internet.
did you switch the Ethernet cords at all?
Oh yeah. Oh please, I did that. I got a new box. I had the Comcast guy fix everything. I got a new box. I thought it was definitely something wrong with the box. No, I go Wi-Fi. I get 100 up and 15 up and 100 down. But I connected it. I'm getting like 10 down and 0.8 up, which you can't stream on that. You can't stream.
No,
you have
not
to,
at all.
you have
That's
to
like
0.8.
Minecraft.
You can't stream
yeah.
like 4 pixels on that, dude. Like never mind like regular actual viewing rate.
It was
For real.
absolutely horrible. So hopefully I'm getting this one. I mean, I like the keyboard. It glows. It does all this stuff and everything. I'm like, I like performance. Give me something that's actually going to work. So I spent over $2,000 on this, and hopefully, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to build my machine. I'm going to put a shuttle. I'll do a shuttle like I had last time.
Yeah, Tweety, you like the Matrix?
Oh, I love
Movie
the Matrix.
Yeah,
Yes,
check this
yes.
out.
Oh, no way. That's awesome.
like that?
Oh my
Isn't
God.
that
I
sick?
love that. That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Isn't that dope?
That is awesome.
He's like,
I made that. He's dumbstruck. I made that like configuration myself too.
Hold on, wait.
But,
Where
like-
are we viewing? What
is
are
that
we
from the
viewing?
Matrix?
But
No,
yeah,
it's like the intro. It's like the intro code to like the Matrix.
To the Matrix.
Actual source code.
Shit.
yeah. Oh
So
my God, that's awesome.
I programmed like it to like do like a bunch of rain features because you can like edit the settings and it like rains down like a bunch of like different keystrokes in like different shades of
Huh.
green.
That is awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's like my masterpiece, dude. You
Oh
should have
my
seen the
God.
other one that I had because I have a K70 Corsair K70 Rapid Fire. And
Yep.
it's actually what's ridiculous is it's my most expensive part of my computer, which is hilarious.
Oh wow.
But yeah, it was like 200. It was like $220 when I bought it or something like that.
Your keyboard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a
my
mechanical
keyboard.
keyboard, right? Is it
Yeah,
mechanical?
it's a rapid fire, so it's got like the fastest like actuation point for all switches
Yeah,
on the
Mike used
market.
Mike used to go
Oh wow.
hard in League, and he thought that the .001.
Dude, it did, dude. You should see my mechanics. They're fucking crisp. But
Still
yeah,
gold though.
yeah,
Still golden.
okay, gold one, but like 60 LP, but whatever. Um, Frickin' yeah, dude. Like it like I would have it like originally I had each key individually backlit in a different color, so it looked like Fruity Pebbles too, like just static, which was like actually ridiculous. That took me forever. And yeah, I spent a lot of time just when I was bored, obviously doing this shit.
Right. Tweety,
That's awesome. Way to go.
you
Oh,
said
yeah.
you said you had a business. I'm sorry. What was it?
Oh, I have a computer business, computer repair business. We actually fix computers. We go on site, and we fix phones, cell phones. We also do remote. We had a couple of clients that went to California, whatever. We do remote care and everything like that. We remote it and we fix it.
Sick. Do you have like
Yeah.
a building?
Oh yeah, we have an actual. It's actually connected to the Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh,
So
let's
Oh,
go.
dude, that's
it's
why
the
you're
same
addicted to
building.
Dunkin' Donuts, dude. You're just freaking
Whew,
slamming coffee all day.
Sick.
crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when did you start that? I feel like I haven't talked to you much about that.
Oh, we started that first before we started the land
Oh,
center. But
really? Okay.
yeah, we started that. We stopped computer repair for the land center, and then we started when the land center started to go down, and we needed money. We was like, well, start the computer.
Oh wait, so
business
this is
up
the
again.
same business that you were doing out of your car from
Yeah,
City City?
yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
damn,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
geez.
no, yeah. We actually had two stores at one point, but having two stores is very hard to manage. You'd have like now you have 12 employees, and now you have to see what they're doing every time. So even though you have a manager looking everything, you have to look at what the manager's doing and make sure they're doing correctly. And
Right.
it's so hard to manage people. It's one of those tough
Yeah.
jobs. And
No,
you have
definitely.
to be on them all the time. Luckily I have great employees, so but now I have one. It's so much better. So oh my god, a lot, stress reliever times 100.
Right.
Um,
I think
yeah.
about that all the time too. Like you just said, like how hard it is to manage people, and about how crazy it must have been to be people like Steve Jobs, or like
Yeah.
Bill Gates, or just like anybody like Ray Dalio, any of those people who just have like huge freaking companies and just have to like perfectly
Oh,
shape
dude.
all these people to
Oh
do
my
their
God.
exact like vision.
Very
It's
hard.
I mean,
I
dude, like
can't even imagine like running two stores like must seem so hard, and just imagining just
Almost impossible. Almost impossible. No, seriously,
no,
I was like running back and forth to
Hold
the
on.
stores, making sure all the on sites were connected, making sure no one's dropping the ball, and it's so
oh, dude,
stressful.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah.
like we come together and get this done on Tuesday nights, but just us four have a hard
Yeah.
enough time. You know what I mean?
It's
yeah, we have to
hard.
like kick each other
Like,
in the ass like
completely.
literally
Yeah.
every week, dude.
Yeah. No.
Well, it's
we
just
do.
we
I
have so
really-
much that we're trying to do. Like, there's so
Yeah.
much that we're trying to do. It's not even that much in the grand scheme of like running a true business where you have 12 people to pay. You know what I mean? Like that's a completely
Right.
different
Well,
story.
yeah, we're all doing this
Oh,
for
yeah.
like free on top of whatever else we do too.
Yeah.
So like we have
Yeah.
to we're actually finally starting to like push people into like the actual like certain things that they're gonna be like running, I guess, or like
Yeah.
part of whatever we're
Yeah.
gonna do. Like I'm running the Twitter right now, like fully like all day basically. Like
You just have to keep at it. You have
yeah.
to
Yeah.
just keep on adding it. Don't drop the ball. And it's gonna be really hard. One day it's like this. You got to keep doing it. You have to keep striving it. I know you guys are doing a really good job on this show. You got me interested, and it's for me to get something interested again. It's hard, and you guys pull it off. You
Thanks,
guys
man.
pull
I
it off.
really
sick, dude.
appreciate it. I mean, we
Yeah,
try
for
every
real.
week to like try and keep
Oh yeah.
like dude, we're thinking all week. We're like, wow, like what do like people like actually want to listen to us like idiots, like four idiots talk to for an hour,
Yeah.
talk about for an hour,
Mhm.
and it's really really hard to like think
Dude,
of the
I'm
stuff we have to do every
personally
single week.
I'm personally
Mhm.
really excited for these like whatever we're gonna be doing with these like more like laid back type streams, I'm excited for that because we can take it in like a bunch of different ways. You know what I mean? Like the way that we have this structured, even though we didn't get the TBB TV name. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh
But-
yeah, it's
I
so
know,
annoying.
super
But-
annoying.
Dude, you know how many? There's like some German account, Tweety, that has like our freaking Twitter account. It's just like "Fischen Schnetzels," and they TV. We're just like, I was gonna like start a Twitter war with them. I was like, give me the freaking Twitter account.
Oh
I'll
man.
find you.
We're
Yeah,
just
I mean-
structuring this in a good way to where like we're like narrowing down. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's the only way I can put it. We're like
we just
finally
gotta
getting.
keep
yeah.
working at it, man. That's
Yeah.
why I said I'm just trying to make it easier for everybody.
For sure.
And-
I mean,
Yeah, everybody's.
and don't be
Go ahead,
afraid to
Aaron, go ahead.
delegate. You
No,
know, don't
no, go ahead.
don't feel to get don't feel to micromanage things and stuff like that, Burger, because and everybody, you know, just feel comfortable in what you're doing and don't feel too stressed out, you know. And when you feel too stressed out, that's when you're doing something wrong. When
Mhm.
when things flow, that's when you're you're doing
Yeah,
something right.
I've been on this wave, and I'm just gonna keep pushing and keep making it bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm behind you,
What
man.
I think
I'm
that's like
behind you,
really great is
100%.
like we're all good friends too. So we can
Yeah,
if
this
somebody's
is-
like slacking, we can basically be like, "Yo, stop fucking around, like you fucking idiot." Like we
Yeah.
can literally just smack him across the head if we want to.
Yeah, like we
you
don't,
know.
we literally don't like. We're not like when we say like the Basement Bros is family. Like we're literally not lying at all. Like this is literally what we do. Like we could literally sit here and talk all day and goof around, play games, have fun.
Yeah, I feel it. I
So
feel
it's
it.
it's
yeah.
real, and I know that there's a lot of stuff out there that's not real, and I think that us
See-
being real and us being really close friends is gonna make this different from other stuff like
I
this.
hope people see that at least that they can see
Yeah,
like
I
that we're
think-
trying our
Oh.
best to like create like something that is more real than like I don't know. I mean, to do that obviously we do need to take some liberties and be able to grow as our brand, but I mean, we're trying our best to like maintain what we want it to be and how we basically see ourselves as a brand while we grow at the same time.
We want it like a controlled. You know what I mean? We don't want it to just
Yeah.
get out of control. Well, I got a
Yeah.
question for you. How would you recommend balancing like your because like for example Aaron's working like I know this isn't going to sound bad to you because like you said you're sleeping on the floor, but like Aaron's working, Mike's working like 12 hours a day. I'm working
I work 16
working
hours a day,
full time
actually.
and going to school full time online. Like Dark Knight works. Like how would you give advice to like people like us trying to do this full time as we're doing other things full time?
Become your own man. Become your own business.
See it like that?
It's hard. It's hard to start it. You know, like when we slept on the floor, we had to do what we had to do, but we wanted to become entrepreneurs, and become entrepreneurs, you have to make that step. And I think that's what you're doing, Burger. This is what you're doing. You want to become something other than just working at a store or whatever it is you're doing. You want to be something more because you feel it, and that's your calling. And I believe because you believe, I feel that you want to do something more. So what you want to do is you have to take that extra step. You're like, okay, I'm gonna do this full time, and I'm gonna create this, and that's what you're doing. You're taking time. For me, since I work, I do some work now, but I worked hard to get where I'm at.
Right.
There's nothing comes easy, nothing will. But at the end of the tunnel, there will be a light. I promise you. And you're gonna have to push through. You have to make time, and that's more important. I know you guys, work. Becoming an entrepreneur is not easy. Trust me, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
say
like,
that
man,
right.
it's like, man, I could just, be collecting a paycheck and knowing I'm gonna have this certain amount of money every week or every month. Sometimes you may not see it. You might see a paycheck in a month. You might see a paycheck in 2 months. It's like, damn, I could just work at Burger King and make more money.
Right.
Exactly.
But that's not you. That's not, well, that'll work good for other people. That's fine. You want to work at
Yeah.
Burger King, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to do something different, if you want to, to achieve more, then that's when you have to make that step. You have to say, what is going to further my business? What is it going to be? Because everything to me, now that I became an entrepreneur, is business. Everything has to make money or something. It has
Right.
to do something. Am I entertaining? Okay, I'm doing something. You know, my house has to make money, so I have I have a roommate. Like I have 3 stories, you know, and I got plenty of bedrooms. I'm like, I'm gonna rent out 1 bedroom, whatever. It's making money, you know. So I have all these things that has to make some sort of money. My car, it's got to be wrapped because that's my store. It's got to make money. You know, my phone. What's my phone's got to do? It's got to make me money. So
Phones are so
um,
underrated, man. You can do everything on a phone.
Oh yeah.
exactly. So I except for this right here is my freedom. This is my expression. This is how I feel. I feel like I want to have fun. I go stream. I go hang with you guys. You know,
That's awesome, man.
and
It
that's
really is,
100% true. And it makes me feel good. I was like, oh man, this is something for me. So this is my gift to myself. Is you guys and me having fun
bro.
playing my stream. That's what makes me. That's what fulfills me. So
Dude,
yeah.
dude, that's so amazing. Cause like I know for me, like as I've gotten older, like I've realized that my like the amount of time that I have to actually do the things I literally want to do is so minuscule that I have to literally get home. I work like 2 hours away now, so like now that I'm working like 16 hours, I have to literally get home and freaking think about all the things that I have to fit in within like the 4 hour period that I have until I have to go to bed, and that's if I want to sleep 4 hours. So if to for you to like come here every single week and just even spend like an hour and a half of your time just being here, and that of your full day just to spend that like every Tuesday is just mind blowing to me.
Yeah,
Even
dude.
even more time that you spend in all of our other streams and in our Discord, and it's amazing.
You're just a prime example of like exactly
What we're
how we
trying,
want
yeah.
this to be. Yeah, you really are.
The problem is
Yeah,
like, like we know that this can work. It's just like we got to figure out how to get it out there. It's really hard to just get that exposure, man.
Definitely
Without
yeah,
is.
people thinking that you're just being disingenuous.
Right?
Yeah, that's really the hard part.
It's just
yeah.
we're not getting the exposure that we need to show people who we are, like truly.
Yeah, I think it's tough at start. You know, nothing's ever easy.
Hmm.
It might take a few years, but you know what? Uh, it feels like home, and I think um, other people who's gonna see this is gonna see, wow, this is a great show, you know, and they're going to see you guys, you know, and they're gonna say, wow, this is, these are genuine people who have different opinions about everything, and that is one of the greatest things to have in a show, and that's why I stuck on. I'm glad I met Burger to meet all you guys. You know, this is
Hell
Crazy
Oh
yeah.
how
yeah,
that
dude.
stuff works,
For
man.
sure.
yeah.
For sure,
Hmm.
bro.
You know,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know if Kebs is foreign, by the way, but he says the funniest things in in our chat, dude. He goes, "Yo, I like to hear y'all talk about the best lasagna." And then
Kevs is one of the OGs. He was probably one of the first people that like came into my
Yeah,
streams and in
Kev's
my
has been around for a minute.
then
yeah.
he follows it up
From
with,
your
"I'm
stream.
gonna go
Yeah.
get some chicken, BRB." Oh my god, this guy's like ridiculous, dude.
That's
God.
Do you guys,
hilarious.
does anybody in the chat or either of you two have any more like questions for Tweety, things that we should talk about?
Ooh, how long have you been playing video games for?
That's a good
Oh my
question.
God. Okay, so in Rhode Island, when I bought my first house when I was 21,
Wow.
and well, check this out. So I bought it because it was super cheap, you know, and it needed it's a fixer upper house. I mean, no one gave me any money. Again,
Is
I
it the house
didn't.
you're in right now?
No, he's in
No,
Florida.
no, no. This is my second house.
Okay.
So I sold a house in Rhode Island, and that's where I was in Rhode Island. When I was 21, I was gonna get married. I'm divorced now, so but anyways, I wanted to get a house, so I found a fixer upper house, and it was going bankrupt. So what I did was I purchased that house very, very, minuscule money. And again, I'm not rich. My parents didn't give me any money. It was a surprise. Like I saved every penny that I earned, and Jerry's supermarket, which is like whatever. I worked at let's see, a machine operator, job, and I saved every money that I had. It was really crazy. It was nothing to do with computers or anything. I got computers later on, and I purchased my little house, and I fixed it up, and then when the house market jacked up, I sold it with a good profit.
Nice.
Oh
Cha-ching!
yeah.
So
For sure. That's the
you
way
know,
to
my
do it.
parents didn't know I bought the house or anything. It was like a big surprise for them. They're like, "You're moving? What?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Wow.
what a house. I'm gone." You know. But I didn't. It wasn't it was a big down payment or anything. It was a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom cape. Anyways, I digress. So I had in my second bedroom, I put a little miniature land center. I put
Lit.
2 computers. I built 2 computers and everything.
Hell
in
yeah.
one computer.
Starting
So,
in the land centers early. Let's
in my
get it.
little house. Yeah, my little house.
You just can't stay away from land centers, man. You're addicted to that.
No,
aren't you?
yeah, I just again, it's a community, and it's like family. It's just the family I have is just my brother, Chris, my mom, my dad, and
Mhm.
they came from Argentina over here, so we only have like 4 of us
Oh,
here,
wow.
but we have yeah.
You're from
So
Argentina? Your parents are from Argentina?
yeah, they're from Argentina, yeah, yeah,
Oh, wow.
Dude, that's awesome.
yeah. So they go visit every
What's
year.
the native
they go.
language in Argentina?
Spanish.
Is it Spanish? Because I know there's some countries that are more south of Argentina that their native language is
Brazil. Yeah.
Brazil, I
oh
think
yeah.
Yeah,
it
they
is.
speak
Are
Portuguese.
you bilingual, Tweety?
Portuguese.
Are you Spanish speaking?
Yes, yo hablo un poquito español, pero yo entiendo todo. I mean,
Hey,
I
Okay.
speak a lot of Spanish. I don't speak a lot of Spanish, but I understand everything.
Mhm.
sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Max Powers, I'm guessing this is an inside joke. Max Powers says, "Ask Brian what his technique is for keeping track of his characters in MVC2."
Oh my god.
What, do you lose all your characters in that shit?
Oh my god. Oh,
I don't even know what MVC2 is.
Me
oh
either.
my god.
Explain
Oh
it to me.
man. Marnum, it's an arcade game. I button smash. I beat everybody on button smashing games. Like literally, anyone who's really good, I just hit the buttons. Like and I beat everybody, and people get so pissed off. I do have I think I have a video of that, but
Bro,
it's an
Like
old
Street
old
Fighter?
I'm sorry, but you're the worst human ever.
Yes, yeah. Oh man, pissed everybody off. I was like the best game in that game all the time. All I did was just smash the buttons. I did this girl, and I beat everybody. It was awesome.
That's not okay.
Everyone's pissed. Oh man, Max Powers gets so pissed off. He punched the arcade thing on the thing. Yeah, he got so mad, right? He punched.
He just rolls his face on the button and sticks.
Dude, he punches the screen. The screen turns all green, right? It's like, oh my god, this is not ours. So he punches again,
God.
and everything's all back to normal.
What?
Oh my God. Max, come
Yeah, he
on, bro.
punches
What are
it
you
back to-
doing?
He fixes it.
Max
Yo,
is
this
savage,
guy would
bro.
love Connor.
Oh my god, he's
Yo,
hilarious.
Connor and him
Oh
would
my
get
God.
around. Dude, Tweet, you gotta be in like a Discord with us one time when we're playing League with Connor and he's
Yo.
just getting shit on like 0-17.
I don't think you've seen the full extent of Anthony's league.
Just like,
rank,
what
man. I think he's the. I think
Anthony
Anthony's
broke
the
his
worst.
monitor.
He went nuts, bro.
Oh, that's
He
nuts.
Oh, really?
loses his mind. Yes.
Yeah,
Max
I seem to be friends with a lot of ragers, and like I'm always like Zen Buddhist. Like I
Dude,
almost
it's super hard to get me raging, honestly.
yeah, same.
I rarely rage. Rarely.
Me and Aaron are like the most like we used to duo in League all the time, and we'd be like
Bro.
losing like 32
Chill
to
AF.
1. We'd be like, oh, this is fine. We can do this.
Dude, we still got this. We got.
Oh my god, that's
Oh, we're the
funny.
comeback kids, man. I'll tell you.
That's the truth, though.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man,
Yo,
dude,
we gotta
look
play
at
more
that.
league.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting back into it, dude. I can feel
You
the
just
itch.
feel it pulling on you,
Seriously.
man. It's a poison,
It's
man.
like something. It's like something's tapping me
is.
on the back of its shoulder. It's just like, come.
Oh my god.
Dude, I
Oh
want
my
to
God.
commit to it. It's
It's
so
just, me
fun.
and Eric were talking about this the other day. League is literally just like this, like fucking dark voice in your ear. It's like you're almost plat.
I really need to not do it though.
Let's play.
I really need to not do it.
Come, just play one more game. Come
I
on.
really want to play
It's like-
Hearthstone.
It's like, no, I don't want to play. Get away from me. Oh man.
All right, I guess we can wrap it up
yeah.
if you guys don't have anything else.
Oh man.
Tweety, why don't you go
Yeah,
ahead? Why don't you
Tweety.
go ahead and plug all your medias?
Oh, my medias. Well, you can watch me at twitch.tv, Tweetythis, or at Tweetythis on not on Instagram,
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah, that's about it. I have a YouTube video of YouTube, but I'm not.
Oh, we never got to
promoting
his Lamborghini thing, man.
Oh,
I
my
really wanted
Lamborghini,
to
that
talk
was a-
about
Yo,
Oh,
that.
yeah,
actually,
dude.
okay. Before we
Last
end this, I
thing.
gotta ask.
Yeah,
I gotta
last
know
thing.
about that, dude.
that. Yeah. Okay. So
Look
my
at it in the
girlfriend.
background. Behind him.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, who?
You.
Oh,
Like the poster on the wall.
Oh, my Lamborghini. Oh, yes. My Lamborghini right there. I didn't drive the stick shift right here. I didn't drive the stick shift. It was automatic, and which was pretty cool. That car can really go. Like that car knew the road. I didn't even have to. The car was like, okay, just I'll deal with this, and it just drives. It drives itself basically.
Wow.
I was like, oh my god, and I floored that thing. Oh my god, it felt so good. That thing was really fast.
Dude, you hit like 230 in that video that I was watching. That's nuts.
Yeah, the thing went really crazy. Yeah, that thing
crazy, man.
flies. Yeah, it was. I got to thank my girlfriend for that. It was my grip. But I want to make sure that I got it on film, so I called my video photographer and the guy who had the drone.
Yeah,
I
dude,
made
I
sure-
watched.
Yeah, dude, it was
I watched
legit.
that video.
It
You had
was legit.
you had like a speedometer in that shit. Like,
For real, it was. It was legit.
I had to get everything filmed, and the thing is that the inside of the camera was I could have a better one, but because the Lamborghini guy says, oh, there's a camera inside, it's really good quality. I'm like, you sure? It's like, yeah.
Are you sure?
And the guy's,
Oh, yeah.
and it sucked.
you sure? Just
I was like, okay, so I just had it, and that's why it was poor quality. And it was actually 2 films and a thing. I actually had to physically grab those 2 videos that was in one file and do that little split thing. So I actually had to do all that to get it out of one video. It's kind of
video editing
hard.
can be
Did you do
tricky
editing yourself?
sometimes.
I did all the video editing myself. Yeah, that's what I used to
Nice.
do.
Nice.
Yeah, I still do it, at times. But yeah, I use Sony Vegas, by the way. Yeah.
Really? And my friend used Sony Vegas a lot. Eric's a huge Adobe fan.
Adobe. Okay.
It's just the first thing I ran into.
Yeah, I tried to do an Adobe after I did Sony. I was like, I'll just stick with Sony. It's a
Yeah,
lot
I
easier for-
couldn't switch over now. I'm too used to what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. So
Fair.
you're just like me. Yeah.
My roommates turned on the heat, I think, while I was doing this podcast in my room. My door shut, so
I don't know
sweating.
what went down, but
dying
dude, I
right now.
seriously started sweating in my room too, bro.
Dude, I think
got
it's just
so
Tweety.
hot.
I think we just have him on the stream, dude. We just
Dude,
can't handle this.
Straight fuego.
My room, bro. I'm like literally sweating right now. It's a
Oh,
problem.
man.
Yeah, dude, you're wearing a tank top. I'm wearing a sweatshirt and sweatpants, dude, and I refuse to change out of it.
I have
Uh.
swamp ass and it's bad, bro.
All right, I guess we
real.
can wrap it up if you guys don't have anything else.
Yeah, if you don't want to listen to us talk about sweating for another like 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, this was a great time though. Oh my god, I
Yeah,
had such a
yeah,
good
this
time.
was
Had
sick.
a great time. Thank you.
So
guys
nice
for-
having you on, man.
All right, that's
Yeah,
gonna
thank
do
you
it
for having me on. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yo, Tweety, by the way,
Yes.
you were our 10th episode, man.
Hey,
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Woo!
Anniversary
Alright.
10th.
sick.
Oh,
perfect
nice.
timing, man.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank
All
you
right,
for having
guys,
me.
that's going to do it for
No problem.
today's episode of TBB TV. Appreciate all the interaction in the chat. We appreciate you guys very much. And, of course, my sump pump turns on. If you want to know more about the Basement Bros, join the Discord down below. There's the link. Check out some of the other links, too, down below. We are pretty much on all the platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter.
Severely active on all the platforms,
Yeah.
too.